If you sell to retail brands, CPG brands, food service brands, and you struggle with follow-up, or you just get ghosted all the time, or you have longer sales cycle deals and sometimes they don't even close, then this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through what we do for our clients, what we've seen to work the best every time we test something new, and also why it works, because I'm going to give you some frameworks to think through with your own follow-up so you can actually close more of these deals. Unless you're competing against one of our clients, then we're just going to steamroll you. Real quick, if you've never heard of us before, my name is Ryan Ogren. I'm the founder of Money Make Marketing. And so far this year, from January 1st to June 1st, we haven't calculated the month of June yet. We've collected $5.8 million cash collected revenue for our clients through this strategy. So we know it works, and our clients are all vendors of retail brands, CPG brands, food service brands, and we even have a lot of clients in the power generation space for data centers and data center development. But primarily, if you're a vendor of retail, CPG, and food service brands, this is for you. Or if you're just here and you're struggling with your follow-up and you have longer sales cycle deals and you're in the B2B realm, this is also something you can use. I'll start with the key principle first. Anytime we're talking about follow-up, there's so many different components to it, and there's so many different ways to skin this cat. But I want to break it down to principles first and you can apply it to your own situation. So the main thing you have to understand, the main principle is I always draw these interest meters. This is a little bit of what the prospect's current interest level is. So this is the prospect's current interest level. And as time goes on, let's just put a time axis. What happens is their interest level starts to wane, and it even will drop pretty much exponentially fast the more time that passes. And this does not happen gradually. It's not like one of these things where it just looks like that. It's more so like they're immediately interested right when you first reach out to them or they first talk with you, but right then it just dips and then it flatlines. Knowing that and knowing the saying that time kills all deals, this is something that we need a way to combat if we want to win these longer sales cycle deals. Because naturally, we're going to have brands that we're going to meet with, and all of a sudden things go well and they're just going to flatline. And so what we need to do is we need to figure out ways to continue to just, if we flatline, if we meet with them and it's a longer deal, how can we spike them back up? Like, how can we continue to do that? Because everybody else is operating off of that premise. How can we combat that? And the way we've been able to do this is very basic. We just do new info equals new decision, okay? So new information equals a new decision. That's the main premise that we follow up with. I'm not asking them, whenever I follow up with somebody, I'm not asking, hey, where are we checking, just circling back, just checking in, where are we at with everything? Sometimes I will, but very rarely. And the reason being is I'm not giving them new information so they can make a new decision. I'm not giving them new information so they can get re-excited. That is the difference, okay? So remember, we want to get them re-excited every single time. We want them to make a new decision in their heads. So I'll even put in here in quotations, re-excitement. And we've done this so many times. I can't tell you how many times we've done this. Every time we send a video pitch, and if you guys have watched my other videos about our video pitch strategy, we'll do outreach, we'll put together research, we'll actually do a video pitch, and we know they watched it because we track all of it. Once they watch the video pitch, sometimes we'll actually go back and we'll re-pitch the video pitch, but just with a different angle. One of my favorite ways to do this, just to actually execute on it, is if we just say a customer just asked us for X, thought you might like it too. And then ask them a question, like a call to action. So just so you know, a customer just asked us for this, thought you might like it as well. Would you be interested in checking it out? Something like that. And the reason this is so good is because it allows you to hit different angles in your messaging, different pain points that you actually solve that a lot of other folks in this marketplace are not. So let's just take an industry that we've absolutely dominated, flexible packaging, okay? We absolutely dominate flexible packaging. And one of the things that I think a lot of people say at the very beginning is like, look, this is a mature industry. It's a timing thing. You just got to be in the right place at the right time. Yeah, sure. But if you're really looking for the deals that we go after and the ways we go after them, we're only targeting the companies that are already in market right now. We know they're having issues with their current packaging, or they're scaling exponentially, or we're just creating our own opportunities. And so this works in mature industries. You're just not looking at it like that. You're just not thinking and holding yourself to a high enough standard. We've closed a $1.2 million deal start to finish in 13 weeks in the flexible packaging niche using this strategy. So I think all of those beliefs about it's a mature industry, they have to go out the window, okay? And I know a lot of you, all of these industries, if you're a vendor of retail, CPG, food service brands, like you are most likely feeling this. So, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. So just remember, when we're talking about follow-up, if we're trying to win new deals, let's say you reach out to somebody, you have you can't get them on an initial call. Maybe you send an initial outreach message. They respond positively. What's happening here is you send your initial outreach message. Let's do that. Boom. Their interest level is spiked. It's like up here. Let's just do interest. But then what happens as time goes on, that interest level immediately drops and then it drops again. Okay. So if you're not able to book a call with somebody, that is what happens. So what we need to do again, we know what works and we know what gets them interested again, but we just didn't get them above this action threshold. We didn't get them to where we want them to take an action for us. So what we need to do again is try a new angle on that email because we know what created interest so that we can create their interest again enough to get their action level up. And that's what gets you a booked call. So that's like the main framework that I want you to think through. So just to boil it down, if you are just following up, let's just draw it out for those that are more of the physical, not the physical learners, the ones that are more the visual learners. So you send your initial email, they get super excited, they respond positively, their interest level is here, but still you need them to actually, if you want them to get on a call, their action threshold needs to be here, but it's not. So the interest level is currently here. We want them to get up to here so they can actually take an action, okay? Now, if they're not there yet, what's gonna happen, if you ask them for that, they're just gonna go dark because they think it's a waste of time to get on a call with you. Real talk. And so then what happens over time, their interest level drops even more. And then it drops literally to nothing. And so what we need to do, if you just keep saying checking in or just following up, all you're doing is piggybacking off of this initial message when their interest level was high, but you're not taking into account that they now do not even care about what you just said back then. That's the issue. So I want you to say new info equals new decision in their minds about if this is valuable or not. And so when we do new info, think value, think of like your existing customers, think of things that you're doing for your existing customers, think of things that breakthroughs, things that are interesting that might be valuable to these existing customers. If you need help, use chat, use Claude, use whatever you have. Ask that question. And then once you give that new value, say like just do a brand new CTA all over again. And once you do that, you're going to get their interest back up. And then once you have their interest back up, now's your time to go in for that call action. That's how we do it. I hope this is helpful. I know this video is shorter, but I want to make this concise and beneficial for you. So if you enjoyed this, if it made sense, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If it didn't make sense, go to our website, apply to work with us. And in that little box, you'll be able to ask me a question or just comment below what didn't make sense. And I'll be able to respond and answer it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And Ryan from Money Make Marketing. See ya.